God told me from now on to record everything I do. Because I'm going to have to fight the devil here pretty soon. I've never told my whole story. But today I'm going to tell it. And I'm going to post this and lock this video too. Stop pulling me like that. I'm going to post this and lock this video too. Try to sell it as fast as I can. Here's the story of my life. I was born here in Oklahoma City at Deaconess Hospital. The first time I saw this house, I was 4 years old. Through the dysfunctional family structure, all the fights and beatings that I've witnessed, you know what I'm saying, and child abuse that I never reported as I was growing up because I loved my mother and my aunt and my grandmother so much. But I have a story to tell. I'll tell about that. But anyway, I came back to help my aunt with this house because she was telling me the city was going to put her in. Quit pulling me like that. She was telling me the city was going to put her in jail for all the eaves and overhang work and trash debris that I cleaned up about 20 years ago. For the last 20 years, I'm the only person that's done anything on that house. Here's the deal. My grandmother gave me the will and told me to keep it. Her name was Dear, to make sure that Shaquita got that house. Her son, his name is Percy Washington. He wanted that house. My mother wanted the house. You know what I'm saying? But my grandmother wanted her oldest daughter to have that house. So when my grandmother died, they was hoping that the will had got destroyed because it was more than one copy. But I had a copy. And I was able to give it to my aunt to make sure that that house went to her and not all the other crap that was going to try to get it. And because of that, my aunt gave me the house when the city was on her riding her, talking about putting her in jail. And the work was just, I got pictures of it. It was just incredible what I did by myself there with no money. Because God would let me find wood on a bike when I was walking. And I used to balance, big pieces of sheep wood and 2x4s and just everything. God would give me riding lawnmowers that would be broken down in people's backyard. They say I could have it. Then I'd have to work on getting a truck to get it to the house. And then I work on lawnmowers, so I find lawnmowers and stuff. Quit that on big trash day. Like that microwave right there. Back in the day, I probably would have took it home because there's components inside of there. Me being an inventor, I might could use for something. But I have no use for it now. I got several microwaves that I found at home right now. But the man, had been in my house, next door to me, looking at all my artwork. And see, the city has already shunned me and boycotted me from working. You know what I'm saying? Because they know who I am. And they was going to try to hide me. But they didn't know because I'm Native American, they're going to be in a lot of trouble for what they've done to me. Yeah. That's the truth, you know what I'm saying? And see, my aunt, she just left out of the blue and never called to me for like 13 or 14 years. She just recently started calling me about maybe 5 or 6 years ago and talking to me and communicating with me, you know what I'm saying? And helping me some, and I was helping her, you know what I'm saying? She'd send me money at times, and I'd send her money back, you know what I'm saying? I'd send her things and things that I would buy and pecans, and over the years, I guarantee you I sent her so much stuff. Nobody wants to hear about that. Every time I see something somewhere, that would help her where she was at, I'd buy it and ship it to her. Come on over here. Come on over here. Every time I would see something that I thought would help. See this right here, I can probably use it, and this too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're seeing, there's a fishing thing in here too I probably can use. No, it's broke. But like I said, I make stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna use this for. Oh, it's for a lawnmower. But this track inside of here, you know what I'm saying? I might make something with this. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for. All I know is God gave it to me, and I'm happy. When I find a penny on the ground, when I'm walking. I thank God for it. You know, and how that man has been trying to, you know, he saw me in my, he heard me in my, I was just trying to, you know, help her clean up her house. Huh? What? I couldn't even, I didn't know. That's the lady that worked at the store. Hey. That's the lady that works at the store. She said, hi, friend. God is so good. All she talks about is God, too. I'm going to tell her, baby, I didn't even recognize you. She's so nice. And I didn't, because I was in my secret place. This is what you call this. You know what I'm saying? You know, the devil kept me from going to, you got to get away from shit. You know what I'm saying? Get away from all that hustle and the city. Those people next door to me, they're so evil. That evil force is like bleeding through my walls. You know what I'm saying? I can't be close to God when I got the devil sitting right next to me, up under my windows. You know what I'm saying? Encroaching on my things, wanting to hurt me, harm me. You know what I'm saying? That man wants all of my art. He said he know how valuable my artwork is. He know me being Native American. You know what I'm saying? That I was robbed of my heritage. Do you know that Native Americans, I'm a Native American Seminole. You know what I'm saying? Can prove that I'm more than half blood Native American. And because of that, I'm supposed to be getting a check from the Seminoles, you know what I'm saying, for, I'm supposed to be a millionaire just because of me being a Seminole, but they stole half of my heritage and trying to say that I'm, 132nd Indian. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that I wasn't getting a check every month. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that I wouldn't be poor. Make sure that my water would be owned. You know what I'm saying? Water falls from heaven. You know what I'm saying? This is my land that was stolen away from me. I can't even fish without a permit. I saw the governor of this state messing with the Indian fishing rights. A lot of Indian tribes got lifetime fishing. I got a tag on my car, you know what I'm saying, because I'm here in Oklahoma, but I should be able to go fishing. I don't like hunting. I don't care for hunting at all, but I love fishing. But I got to pay to fish, and I'm Native American. I got to tell you, some museums right up here. I could walk to one. You know what I'm saying? The other one's kind of far away. It's on Martin Luther King going toward Old Paris Flea Market. They just shut it down for a long time. I guess they were stealing, gathering together all the Native Americans that are dead, that they went off inside their houses and stole all their artwork, like my friend, Miss Claudine Cannon. I watched the Adult Protective Services go off inside that lady's house. She stayed off of, I could find a house for you, but it was off of Midwest Boulevard, real close to Lowe's. And I can tell you the street, I got pictures of our house and me in there, us eating and talking. We was friends for years before they, Ted, I was abused. They went off into our accounts and started seeing if I was writing checks. I wasn't writing no checks on that old lady. That old lady wasn't helping me. Like, we were both helping each other exactly about the same. She used to call me and tell me I'd fallen inside my house, and I'd get up out of my bed and run over there. I had keys to our house and open up the gates and come inside and pick her up off the floor. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for this situation in my house, she was begging me to come live with me because of all the things that I was going through with not being able to talk to my aunt, the man dragging limbs next door, having trees cut down and dragging them across my brand new roof and damaging it. And then he knew then that I was probably squatting at that house, and had no contact with anybody because he damaged that roof so bad. It was probably about $4,000 worth of damage that his roofers did to, his tree cutters did to my roof. But when I talked to him about it, he told me, you need to get in touch with your insurance and I'll get in touch with mine and we'll see what we can do about it. But that ain't how that goes. And then I couldn't get in touch with my aunt. I couldn't get in touch with my cousin. They just basically had no contact, no help, because my aunt gave me the house. Before she left. And so I guess my cousin, Maria, that evidently owns the house right now, I think it's in her name because I see stuff coming. She knows that her mother gave me that house. She knows that she didn't help me at all every time the storm would pull down the electricity or the yard fall, the last 20 years, I've been doing all the maintenance work. You know what I'm saying? All the, handyman work, all of the, electrical, plumbing, you know what I'm saying? Anything you can think of, no contractor of any kind except for the phone company and, internet service. Those are the only contractors that has been to that house in 20 years. And God is my witness of it. You know what I'm saying? So everything that needed to be done there, I did, because the house was given to me and nobody helped me with it. And then they were mad that I was able to maintain. You know what I'm saying? So they give me no contact. And because of that, I wasn't able to get in touch with the insurance because I don't know what the insurance is. I wasn't able to, when something happened, you know what I'm saying, I have my cousin to call the police and tell this man to leave me alone because she owns, if she, I guess the owner of the house, they're saying, has to get this man up off of me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if my cousin cares if he's doing me like that. I really don't, man. I really don't, man, because all that my family has ever done is treated me like I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Didn't even treat me like I was special. But guess what? God proved that he loves me, and God proves that he thinks I'm special. He thinks I'm special. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a bad person. But I got a story to tell about abuse by my family. I don't even want to talk about it, but I was abused as a child, physically abused like you cannot believe. And every time the police would come to the house that I stay in, back when I was a kid, this is the truth that Oklahoma City won't say. The neighbors would call the police on my mom and she'd be drunk and she'd be beating me and stuff. And my grandmother too. They're dead now. I didn't even talk about it for years. And as God is my witness, when the police would come, my mom would step out on the porch and she'd say, "What the fuck you want?" And they say, "We've had a call, ma'am, that it's a disturbance." And she'd say, "I'm beating my motherfucking kids. What you got to say about it?" You know what I'm saying? And they say, "Oh, ma'am, we were just wondering. We'll see you later. You take care of it. I will see you later. Bye." Boom, and just leave. And if Oklahoma City says that that's not true, they're liars. Many times, the police was called to my house. Well, one day the teachers pulled me into a room. I know they got to have a record of it. You know what I'm saying? I know they got records of this. If you go all the way back, when I was at that school that right across my street, I was beat up so bad at home that when I went to school, they pulled me into a room and a whole bunch of teachers gave me things that I liked and stuff and was asking me what happened to me. And I knew not to tell them that my mother did it because I love my mother. I still love my mother. My brothers wouldn't even tell me that she died because they wanted the money and the insurance. I didn't know that my mother was dead until a year after she was gone. And you think I ain't been through hell? You think I ain't been terrorized for living, for breathing? Tip of the iceberg, my story. But that man, he took it on. Hey! I thought my dogs, the devil want my dogs dead. But that man took it on himself to abuse me, knowing I've probably been abused. Because I got pictures of the house that I was trying to help my aunt fix up, that she left to me in those conditions in the wintertime. You know what I'm saying? Put codes on my electricity and my gas and my water. So I had no way of paying them. Now, look at this. 20 years later, I got generators. You hear me? I won't freeze to death this winter. You know what I'm saying? I choose not to work. I was working temporary until they just quit letting me work. You know what I'm saying? I guess they're looking at my age now. I'm 57, but I'm still a good worker. You know what I'm saying? I have arthritis, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. You know what I'm saying? I have nerve damage in my hand to where I can't hardly sleep at night, and no one's ever addressed it in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? No kind of pain medication. I've been having my teeth pulled out of my mouth at the Indian clinic. They treat me like I'm not even Indian there. A lot of I'm not saying everybody does, but just here recently, they told me they was going to give me a $50 debit card if I took both of those shots. The first, I took the shot, and then the second time I come up there to take the shot to get my card, they told a 57-year-old man a week before his birthday that we're sorry, we ran out, and we're not going to be able to give you one. And then told me when I complained about it, do you want to file a complaint? And do you want to speak to an advocate? And when the advocate came, all she had was to try to make me more upset, to make me say the wrong thing so they could, try to ban me from coming to the Indian clinic. And I got I got audio conversation of what they told me and how they've been treating me. They told me I don't have no right to get upset that they're giving me ibuprofen when they pull my teeth out. They told me I don't have no right to be upset. You know what I'm saying? I'm a wisdom keeper of the Seminole Nation, a tribal elder, getting treated like a convict. And you trying to tell me I'm not supposed to be upset? I'm not supposed to be excited when a person is listening to me because I've been telling my story for 20 years and no one's ever, acted like they heard me, like the Invisible Man, Ralph Ellison. Read the first excerpt about the story. It's a man walking around talking to people, and the only thing they see is a figment of whatever they perceive him. He may be a king, and all they see is a bum. All they see is figments of their imagination. He'll never go anywhere. He can cry and scream and beg, and all he's hearing is all he's seeing is smiles and hearing laughter. The people are laughing at him, and he ain't did nothing wrong. They're trying to criminalize him, and he's just trying to live and do what's right and be a positive rather than a negative. Well, I got to get my dogs together. Come here. Something told me don't take this. I don't know how long it's going to take me to walk home, but the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, because he is with me. His rod and his staff, they comfort me. He prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. He anointeth my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen and amen. Hey, come back here. Come back here. He's going to be a good dog. I want him to be right with me. This dog saved my life. I was right here in this field one day and I had my back turned. A demon, they're real, was coming toward me. He was going to sneak up on me. Gracie turned into a grizzly bear right in front of my eyes. That's how strong God is. You should have seen that demon run. He had a knife or a gun. You know what I'm saying? But that dog turned into something that scared that son of a gun so bad. You should have seen how he ran. He snuck up on me while I was talking. I was out here talking in the wind, you know what I'm saying, in my secret place. And I wasn't thinking the devil was watching this big old bear of a demon, you know what I'm saying. You should have heard when he fell, he ran. I was like, sir, I'm sorry, but he wasn't worried about my dogs. He was coming to kill me. And Gracie was out on his ass, you know what I'm saying. I couldn't even stop her from chasing him, you know what I'm saying. And she stayed a distance, you know what I'm saying, but she was chasing that motherfucker. She was letting him know, don't come toward my master. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're here for. You know what I'm saying? God gave me this dog to save my life. You hear me? And I only had her a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? And if I hadn't had her, I'd probably be dead. Right here. That loved me so much. God gave it to me because she's one of a kind. And she chased that demon, and he fell. He was tripping and falling while he was running. He ran right into the back of those he ran right into, I gotta zoom in on this. He ran right where that postal truck, that's strange. Right, I'm gonna set this down for a second so I can zoom in and tell this story. Right where that postal truck is, right off in there. From here, from way over here. From way over here. I was baptized in that church, 30 years ago. That's where my Reverend Free, my cousin, was a pastor of. He just recently died. He knows a lot about this. But anyway, right over there is where that demon ran. Right over there. You know what I'm saying? Right in back of that postal truck, in back of that house. I went over there kind of close, and he was breathing. Making all kind of sounds, and he laid on the ground. You know what I'm saying? And I was saying, are you okay? And he was, I said, God dang, this is a monster. And then I took off running. I ran all the way. You finna see how far I ran. You know what I'm saying? Non-stop with her. You know what I'm saying? I said, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Went all the way home. You know what I'm saying? And put my dog up, you know what I'm saying? And was waiting on the police to possibly come, you know what I'm saying? Because a man, maybe he calling the police on me. Because he was on the phone. He was when he in that corner, I could see him pulled out a phone. I said, he must be calling the police on me. So that's when I started running. But no, he was calling, come here. He was calling his buddies. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, this shit ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Did you see the way? It was a big old grizzly bear. Yeah, I know that's what he was saying. That's how strong my God is. That my God told that demon, you better get the fuck away from him. I mean, God, not my God, but Almighty God, Jehovah. I heard this lady say his name. You know what I'm saying? I like her. She said it on Willie D's show. She was talking Jesus stuff, but then she went on and said it. I was listening. I was finna lose interest in her until she said his name. Jehovah. That's our God. You know what I'm saying? That's who we got to come back to. We're spiritual people. We've been led astray with some straight bullshit. This is how far I ran when that motherfucking demon was after me. You know what I'm saying? And he was calling his backup. And God told me to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have my staff then. I didn't have I wasn't wrapped in my armor. You know what I'm saying? Like I am now. In the word and in the strength and in the power. You know what I'm saying? That he gives us. You wrap yourself in that. You gotta change your ways though. You can't wrap yourself in it. You can't wrap yourself in a righteousness with a dirty clothes and dirty cloth. You gotta clean your mind, your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Unindoctrinate yourself from this filth and this disgusting, money-hungry, sociopathic society. The bar has been lowered for humanity to an inch above the sewer line. Come here. This is how far I ran. This is a long distance. Come on. Come on. This is how far This is how far I ran. Come on. This is a long distance. I was running with her then. I got this dog pulling me all out of the shape. Because he's not trained. She walks so gently. You know what I'm saying? Look at her. But she's tired too. Come on. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Get up. Oh, God. Whew. Tell you, man. It's something. You love animals. I was tapping them with this stick. It's got some screws. It's a round part, but you know you can really hurt something with this. Because if I hit something hard enough with this, they're gonna break. And then it's gonna be jagged. I did that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? If I keep hitting something with this, it's gonna. I'm talking about if it was trying to hurt my dogs or kill me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna defend mine. Gracie's old. She defended me when she was young, and now I got to defend her. God told me, man, you know, what if a pit bull or something jump out? You know, I got this other dog, and I know he's strong and he'll defend her, but I'm gonna defend her too, and him. Yep. It's my staff that God gave me 20-something years ago, and I call it the devil's walking stick. I call it this. It's got the devil's name written on it. It's got the devil's name written on it. It's for him and all of his demons too. There's a car look like it's parked in front of my house. Come on, that's why I got to keep this camera on me at all times. Come on. Yeah, it's got the trunk up. It's pretty close. Maybe parked in front of that. Maybe parked in front of Walter's house. There's somebody walking down the street. And that's another thing too. People been coming up in my yard. That's why I got to get these cameras. They're coming up in my yard. I guess they're casing me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to put a sign in my yard. No trespassing. Or if I don't know you, don't come in my yard. Come on. Leave me alone. Buy your own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Work for your own shit. Come on. Come on. Get over here. Get over here. Get over. What's up, man? Get up.
You know where that Homeland's at over here?
Homeland?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the brand new store right up there? Yeah.
Right up here?
Yeah, it's pretty far, man. Yeah. Where you live at? Huh? Okay, I was gonna say, man, I thought you lived down here, but yeah, man, that store is way up. If you keep going this way on 36, it's like on Lincoln right up there on the corner.